Here at Potomac River Sailing Association at the Washington Sailing Marina for the first day of the Capital City ILCA Regatta. Temperatures are in the 40s, so it's pretty cold out there. The airport is seeing a pretty steady 14 to 17 knots of wind with gusts into the 20s, so it's gonna be a bit breezy. I'm not sure I'm entirely dressed for being out there through all of it, but came to sail and we'll go make the most of what we can. Tomorrow we're expecting a little bit less wind and a little bit warmer temperatures, so it should be a little nicer overall day for us. Well, I ripped the sail, putting it onto the mast. I've never done that before. Had to switch to a second sail that I had with me. We're still seeing winds in the mid to upper teens, so it's going to be a little breezy out here. Hope I stay warm.
Roller coaster ride, hands up in the sky, take you on a ride, love to feel the high. We can start again, laughing to the end, screaming at the top, hope it never stops. We could do it all over, thrill is bringing us closer, superstar you're like Nova. Oh, so incredible one time, gotta let it go tonight, wanna know what it feels like, yeah. We going up, we take it down, let's spice it up, baby, right here and now, hey, nothing could be better, so high up in the clouds, let's make it last forever, can nothing bring us down, roller coaster, roller coaster ride, hands up in the sky, take you for a ride, love to feel the high. We can start again, laughing to the end, screaming at the top, hope it never stops. We can do it all over, twin is bringing us closer, superstar you're like Nova. Oh, so incredible one.
About a quarter of the way up the beat, I went to make an adjustment, put the main sheet into the cleat, went to make my adjustment, it popped out, I flipped over to windward, I went over, went swimming, flipped it a couple times before I got it righted, and just realized I was going to be too cold and probably needed to call it a day. So I headed in, they finished the race, I think they're doing one more race out there, and I'm going to call it a day and warm up. Well, the first day at the PRSA Capital City Regatta wrapped up with 11 boats out on the water. 7 of them finished all 4 races. We saw winds consistently hitting 20 with some gusts above that most of the afternoon. All in all, good racing. So Sunday at the Capital City Regatta, we've got a little bit less wind than yesterday. We're in the mid-teens, maybe 10 to 12 right now. We're expecting a few degrees warmer, so we might hit 60 degrees of air temperature, which will be nice. A few more folks hopefully coming out to join us, so we'll have a little bit bigger fleet out there. Looking forward to some good racing. Wind continues to be out of the northwest. On Sunday, we completed 5 more races. The wind started in the 8 to 9 range and eased as the day progressed. By the last race, we had some pretty serious holes in the wind, which compounded with the current streaming down the course, made for some tough going. I sailed consistently around the top 5, aside from one race I did a boneheaded move at the start to get left behind and never recovered.
Roller coaster ride, hands up in the sky, take you for a ride, love to feel the high, we can start again, laughing to the end, screaming at the top, hope it never stops, we could do it all over, twin is bringing us closer, superstar you like Nova, oh, so incredible one time, gotta let it go tonight, wanna know what it feels like, yeah.
James, Patrick, and Thomas all sailed great all weekend, and congrats on the podium finishes. PRSA did a nice job getting us racing in the shifty wind and gave us as much racing as we could take and a nice cookout after each day's sailing. Thanks to Tyler, Nabil, and everyone else at PRSA for hosting the event.